Good morning. Welcome to First Local Morning for Monday, November the 23rd. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Thank you to KC Securities for your sponsorship. And also
thank you.
Security. Yes, thank you to KC Securities.
You're welcome.
Down the other end of the table. And thank you to the Festival of Trees. We will have a little bit more information on that a little bit later in the show. The diamond draw was on Friday night.
Yeah, I've got all that detail.
So we got that coming up. Yeah. However, their 50/50 raffle is still going on, so you can still buy tickets for that. You just go to festivalraffle.ca for that, and the early bird draw is on the 26th, so this at 10 a.m. for a $500 Visa gift card, and then the grand prize draw is December the 14th. So make sure you help out the Lung Health Foundation with that.
Christmas is fast approaching.
Yes, it is.
Sorry, you're about to introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Chris.
I'm Colette.
And I'm Daniel.
Hi.
Wow, there we go.
Happy Monday, everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, what a Monday morning it's
Mondays.
been.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so I texted
Last
Dan
Monday
this
we
morning.
had all those tech problems, and then
Yeah.
today, same deal.
Today we just
a
had
lot of
silly
fun.
human problems.
If people
I
could see
texted
behind
Dan.
the scenes.
I texted Dan here. I said, please, I will be your best friend forever if you bring me a coffee this morning because I didn't have time and I couldn't have time to go put a newscast in.
Yeah.
So thank you, Dan. I owe you $2 and a big hug. How was your weekend? Everybody? Good?
It was good.
Well, we got a lot to do.
I called Dan Gray out for an incident yesterday morning.
Excellent.
Yes, which is up on our site.
Okay.
Yeah.
We do have that story. We want to start with
we
that
do.
story? What are we starting with today?
Well, actually, one of our
It's a good
stories is really trending.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay, so there was the strip club that burned down here in town.
Hang on. Was this the story you were talking about with Dan?
No,
Okay.
no, it was
No.
the barricaded person.
Okay, I'm doing
Yeah.
that one. So good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so, yeah, thank you.
And go.
Okay, so it was about the strip club that burned down. That's the property in Hudson Street. And there you can see it's burning. That's from last year. And basically, this property was overpaid substantially over what it was actually worth, even what the city said it was worth. The city staff valued it at $60,000. The mayor talked to the owner, and basically they agreed on $350,000. So we did a freedom of information request on this because there was the Integrity Commissioner investigation. However, it was also the law firm that the mayor appointed to basically investigate him, which is kind of like, I believe we call those kangaroo courts. And so anyways, we've done a very in-depth investigation.
Yes,
The
we did.
very first part of this is up now. It's called Burn Down Strip Club. City staff say $60,000, but mayor talks $350,000 with the owner. We have an email from the owner of the club to the city that he talked to the mayor way before, matter of fact, over a year before the mayor said he had any contact with the owner. Which means the mayor also lied to the Integrity Commissioner, which you'll see in a different story later in this week. Not only implicates the mayor lying to the Integrity Commissioner, but also several other people as well. So the mayor has not been vindicated or exonerated or any of those sorts of things like he's claiming that you're seeing in the other media in this town. Straight up, there's no way to get around it, but Provenzano lied to the ethics.
Well, it's in black and white, Chris. So
It is.
what
It's
are they
in black and
going to
white, and we have
That's
the email.
the
to
beauty
prove it.
of freedom of
Yeah.
information. So.
Oh, and they didn't even give us all the information.
That's what I was going to bring
Yeah,
up.
I was going to point out a key email. They gave us page 1 and page 3, but not page 2. They did not give us the bill of sale as well to see the actual transaction. They didn't give us any info on the insurance aspect of it. Who gets to keep the insurance money when it gets paid out? Because it hasn't been paid out yet, as far as we've been told. And on top of that, a freedom of information request. They have 28 days to return it. It took them 32. And I had to apply political pressure from another level of government to get them to turn it over.
And if you've got nothing to hide, then why not?
If you got
release
nothing
it?
to hide, hand us everything.
But this is what goes down at City Hall quite
Absolutely.
often, and it's not just the council; it's the staff too down there. There's
Yeah.
a lot of the staff that are just as corrupt, and
Oh yeah. We have, this is just the first of, this is like the first
Oh, yeah.
string out of a big ball of string that we're pulling.
there's some of the
And,
emails up
yeah,
on the
you
screen.
can see that here. This is the email I'm talking about. This is May the 2nd of 2019. The mayor said he had no contact, by the way, with the owner of the property until it was almost bought this year, which was back in September. Mayor Provenzano and I mentioned $350 with the option of moving the adult entertainment license to another location. Sierra said, that being said, I talked to, now that's the owner, Andre, is the owner of the property.
Right, yeah.
So there you go. In black and white, May 2nd, 2019, from our FOI, that the mayor was already talking to him. And by the way, the strip club burned down in February. Not only that, there was private people who wanted to purchase that property for a significantly less amount of money.
Wow.
And we'll have more on that as well.
I know, we could go on, I mean, honestly, it's a
There's
great.
already four more stories coming up.
We are a
after this one.
platform
All
for the city
connected
to
it.
get this information
Yep.
out to you, but we could talk about it,
Yep.
but we do have more information,
Get
so we
going.
need to get going,
That's
okay?
right.
So there's a long-awaited federal rent subsidy program. Now, a while ago, they did release some help for businesses for COVID-19. The federal government, or our good old Justin Trudeau, will be announcing today that there is a new rent relief program offered. The new Canada Emergency Rent Subsidy replaces an earlier one, like I said. The new program will cover up to 65% of the rent, which is great. The federal cabinet ministers will highlight the program during a news conference this morning, and we'll make sure we have that available to you.
Yes.
And we're just going to cut these short so we can get everything in.
And Chippewa Health Department, 75 new cases. They announced at the end of last week. 38 new confirmed, 37 probable. They had 12 recovered, 11 people in the hospital, which means they have about 265 active cases.
Wow.
Now, what's not included in these numbers is how many people are positive for COVID-19 in jails in Chippewa area.
Yeah, there's been a spike, eh?
There's a spike. There's actually over 700 cases inside the jails. So when you see these
Wow,
numbers,
that's
these are the
crazy.
people who are not in jail, so they can freely
okay.
walk around.
Right.
These numbers do not include the number of people in the jails, and they do have outbreaks. They have like over 700
Yeah.
people with tested positive for COVID in the jails.
That's crazy.
yeah.
Yesterday, there was quite the scene over in Boundary Road. There was a man who had barricaded himself into his home. You'll see the footage there. It happened about 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning when they first found out about the man who barricaded himself in. About 6 o'clock last night, he was released. He came out, he was arrested. There's no charges yet. We will have more information. There was a mobile command unit, as well as Sault Fire Services and paramedics that were about a block away from this incident, just to keep the area safe until they were needed, and hopefully and thankfully they were not needed. But that was a big scene yesterday,
Yes.
and they did a great job handling that. So way to go.
And there was a fire on the north side yesterday, on Saturday at Schultz Side Road. Pumper 2, 4, and the platoon commander responded to it. As you can see there, see the fire. They used a suppression agent, which was enough to stop the fire, and then they stayed on scene for over an hour just to make sure that it didn't spark back up again.
Awesome.
Good work.
Good job, Fire Services. Again, help Northern Credit Union bring holiday cheer to families this year. Supporting the communities is one of their most rewarding aspects to belonging to the Northern Credit Union. The Making Spirits Bright campaign will help an individual. Let's try that again.
Sure.
The Making Spirits Bright campaign will help an individual or family in each community that have a presence with a special gift this holiday season. We have information up on our website on that. Nominations will be collected from now until December 4th. For more details, go to the website SiouxOnline.com.
And yesterday, Ontario reported 1,534 new cases, 14 deaths, just ahead of the partial lockdown that's going to happen in Toronto and Peel that started today. Surprisingly, once again, there's more cases in Peel than there is in Toronto. And then there was a bunch of cases in York region as well. They did about 46,000 tests. Toronto and Peel have seen the highest case counts in the province. That's why they're moving into the lockdown phase. There's a color-coded phase going on right now. You are starting to see the colors go up in areas surrounding Toronto. So, for example, just north of Toronto, near where my parents live, it went from yellow to orange over the last few days. Because of where the COVID-19 numbers are going in that area. So anyways, they're going to a lockdown for at least 28 days, which means you can only go into a store to buy essential items, even if that retailer sells a non-essential item. So, for example, let's say you go to Walmart. You can buy milk, but you can't buy a television.
Well, TVs are essential.
Well, I know. You can't watch us without one.
Yeah, well,
That's where
yeah,
I'm
unless
going.
you're on your phone, you know.
Yeah.
like-
Yeah,
That's where I was going.
so anyways, you
But we
can't-
look better on a TV.
Yeah, like nice big screen, you know, 4K or something. And restaurants are all closed, except they can do takeout and delivery. If you are a non-essential retailer, so let's say you're a mom and pop shop and you
Yeah.
sell televisions and stuff like that,
Yeah.
you can do curbside pickup. But this order is definitely favoring the larger retailers
Oh,
such
yeah.
as Amazon and Walmart.
Well, Christmas
who
is around the
have
corner,
an
that's
internet
why,
site
yeah.
that you can purchase stuff from.
I
A
feel
lot
for
of
the
mom and
small
That's crazy.
businesses.
shops do not have that. They just straight up, like if you're just one store off, you're not
Right.
going to put all your stuff up online to sell.
Yeah.
You
So
sell by people walking in the door.
So that
feel
should
bad.
remind everybody to shop local.
Yeah, shop
here
local.
in the Sault.
Yeah.
And we do have a COVID-19 cases dropping in Michigan State athletes, but I'm going to push that to sports because we're running out of time. We will have weather when we come back from this commercial. No, we're not going to commercial. We're going to Dan. I always do that.
We're gonna look at the camera first.
Maybe I should
Yeah.
drink my coffee.
It's a little
that
white.
Dan got me.
Yeah,
Let's go
drink
look at
it.
our live
Come on,
cam.
drink it.
I know. Shut up. Sorry,
The
guys.
coffee's black, but it's white outside, so there we go.
I love it. Do your thing, but shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the only
That's
female
kind of a
here.
mixed
Okay,
message, Colette. I'm just
shut up. Too.
I'm supposed to shut up.
Okay, tell us what we see. Tell us what we see.
Well, it's a little white and cloudy out there. We did get a bit more snow than we anticipated overnight because there was a bit of lake effect as this front moves in. There's a bit of a cold front moving in. It's going to cool right down tonight in our entire region. But don't worry, it's still going to warm up later this week. Again, this snow is probably not going to stick around, and my green Christmas thing is
still sticking by it?
sticking by it
All
for
right,
now.
buddy.
We'll see as we get into December, but I'll have all the details coming up. By the way, this camera is brought to you by wirelesscom.ca, and you can check their website out for all their services. We'll be back after the break with your 3-day and regional temperatures. Make sure you stay tuned. You're watching First Local.
How can I help you?
Hi, I'm really worried about my sister. She doesn't leave her house much. She doesn't even come to our family things. I barely see her smile anymore.
Can you tell me a bit more about the situation?
I think her husband might be... I don't know. Whenever he's around, she's nervous, like she doesn't want to make a mistake.
Do you think that he might be hurting her?
I think so.
Okay, let's figure out how we can help your sister.
What's life without making a few mistakes down the road? A few sharp turns. And doing things for what we adore, but might regret later. A trip to Chuck's Roadhouse isn't one of them. With melt-in-your-mouth AAA steaks, buttery lobster tail, half-priced apps after 9 p.m., an ice-cold draft with all your Roadhouse favorites. Chuck's Roadhouse. Food the way it ought to be, priced the way it used to.
For all those times.
Every 3 seconds, someone will develop Alzheimer's, a fatal disease that steals your memories and makes you forget the people you love most. Fortunately, there is hope. Today, researchers believe a cure is just a few years away.
It's okay, Daddy, you can go. Just go.
For just $9 a month, you can fund research for a cure and make history by ending this disease.
Colette told me to be quiet, so I'm just not going to talk. No, I'm just kidding. Good morning and welcome back to First Local on your Monday morning. Yeah, producer Mike was saying, Dan, go. Well, it was all, I did that on purpose. Okay, so let's say good morning on Facebook to a few people. Good morning, Lily is out there barking.
Oh, Lily.
Carmen, good morning. Mohammed, we got a couple of new people here in the chat. Now let's go to the comments. Good morning to our very own Dan Gray. Evelyn, Ineki, I have your photo for later on today. Kevin, Mohammed, I mentioned. Diane and Giselle just popped in right now as well. Good morning, Giselle. She's watching over everything. So yes, if you did look outside, it has snowed overnight, and well, it's going to continue maybe a little bit this morning. Then it's going to trend to the cold side for tonight. We're going to see quite the drop as the evening comes along. So let's look at the radar. There's a bit of patches of actually wet snow here. You can see the green, and it just lightened up on me a bit there, but there is a big patch, the big cell of snow here that is moving towards Greater Sudbury, and yes, that is that cold front that I mentioned that's sweeping in, and it's going to drop the temperatures very fast as things move through. And then we will see temperatures go up again later on in the week, but let's get through the next few days first. So let's take a look at your expected temperatures for today. You are looking at -5 in Thunder Bay, -6 in Wawa, -5 in Timmins, 1 here in the Sioux, and 2 degrees in Elliott Lake and Sudbury. And those expected lows, as I mentioned, that cold front is bringing down those temperatures. So you're looking at -13 in Thunder Bay, -14 in Wawa, -17 in Timmins, wow. -11 here in Sault Ste. Marie, we're the warm spot, and then another couple -13s in Elliott Lake and Sudbury. Our normal overnight low is normally around -5, so we're a little bit lower than that tonight. Currently it is 3 degrees out there. There is still some lingering snow, rain showers, some sleet going on in certain areas. The roads were a little slick depending on where you are. They should be a bit better now. The city had their graders out again for a couple centimeters of snow. Side note to that, there was a grader parked on Trunk Road, it made a loud bang, and then it was pulled over for quite some time. So maybe Dan might have another story on a grader. Anyhow, we have a high of 1 degree today and a low of -11, as I mentioned. Flurries will end this morning. We will see a 60% chance of flurries this afternoon, maybe 2 to 4 centimeters depending on your elevation. Winds will become 25 northwest, gusting to 50, and temperature will fall to -4 by the afternoon, and the wind chill will be -12. Overnight, we're going to see cloudy with a 60% chance of flurries this evening, then partly cloudy. Winds will continue to be a factor. As we get into Tuesday, you're looking at -2 with a mix of sun and cloud. Not much to report, mainly sunny. Going to be chilly, -3 overnight. Wednesday, we're back to the messy stuff, 5 degrees with a 30% chance of some sleet, and then a low of 2. Thursday is not looking too bad. Might melt some of the snow at this point. We're looking at overcast with 7 degrees, and that's going to stay overcast as we go into Thursday night, and you're going to be looking at a low of 3 on Thursday. And the long range is not looking too bad for the weekend. We might have a couple of sunny days for you coming up on the weekend before we get back into snow again next week. So I'll have that on your 7-day and Ineki's weather photo coming up later on in the Weather Watcher. So make sure you stay tuned. We will all be right back with more news right after this.
Nobody's here first.
That's a very interesting theory.
Do you agree?
Well, how can I? I'm not here yet.
I don't have any more time to offer you. I've got to get back to work, and so do I.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
Welcome back to First Local. Thank you to Casey Securities for your sponsorship. We appreciate it and keeping the city safe. Before we start sports, because there's a sea of paper in front of me.
I got nothing. I got one paper.
As a sportscaster,
wow,
I enjoy this right here. Okay, moving on. Before we get there, lucky winner has a stunning new piece of jewelry after the Savoy giveaway and the Lung Health Foundation of Northern Ontario. They managed to raise $4,000, so that's awesome.
Wow.
And we do have some information on that on our website, as well as some stuff in the newscast, so make sure you watch that. Okay, moving over to sports. COVID-19 drops for Michigan State athletes. So there was, they were unable to play this week because the numbers are rising in sports. As you know, Michigan is a hotspot as well. So from November 12th to 19th, the Spartans reported 4 new cases among athletes in the newest round of testing, plus 1 additional staff member, which is another issue when the staff members are also getting it, and the trainers and everything else.
Yep.
The Spartans reported 15 positive tests for athletes and 2 positive tests for coaches as well. These numbers are coming down. They were a lot bigger before, so that is good news for the world of sports for them. Now we're going to pull over to, where are we going to go from here? Where do you want to go from here? The Lakers?
Sure.
The Lakers had 2 games on the weekend. The first game was a 0-0 tie. It was a pretty interesting game. I don't know. I think it was...
that's not often that happens.
No, it wasn't. I enjoy it. It was the Lakes. Anyway, they played their home opener, Michigan Tech Huskies, on Saturday, November 21st, at the Taffy Abel Arena in Sault Ste. Marie. The Lakers won the best of 3 shootouts, with Yuka Miura and Ashton Calder scoring for the home team. The senior goaltender recorded his 6th career shutout. So congratulations to him. Now over on this, so this played on the Sunday again, and they often find that. And the same thing with the Thunderbirds when they played this weekend. They do a doubleheader as well. So the 55th season and they opened their program with the 55th season was 4-1. That's our feed for the Thunderbirds. So we'll just stick right over to that. After dropping a 4-2 decision to the Blind River Beavers on Friday night in the Sioux, they played again on Saturday in Blind River and also lost that. So it was not a great start for the Thunderbirds. Unfortunately, this is the worst start they've had since 2017-2018 season. They fell by a score of 6-3 on Sunday and a 4-2 decision on 4-2 on Friday, 6-3 on Saturday. So we'll just put that down to first game jitters.
Yeah, especially after all the stuff that's gone on.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, where's crunch for time here? So I'm trying to get through this. So NFL Week 11 is in the wrap. Going over to the Detroit Lions.
Another 0.
20-0
Okay,
they lost.
I did say the Lions. I'm going to own up to that. I can let it slide and see if you don't remember, but I did say the Lions would possibly win that one, but not even get a point.
It's kind of hard to win when you don't get a point.
I mean, it's not really a surprise.
Absolutely.
It's Detroit.
But. We got to move over to the Raptors for a second, because as you know, last week I was talking about the Raptors, the NBA having to make a decision about where they're going to play. They wanted to know what the bubble was going to be. The Raptors will be playing in Tampa. So we get to watch we the North and we the South. So
basically, they're like snowbirds. They decide to go to Florida.
Absolutely. Yeah. So the question of the
snowbird season.
Yeah, so, I mean, this happened with the Blue Jays who wanted to play at home. They couldn't either. So, well, we'll be right back after this commercial break with some more weather, news, and the 3 of us.
Did you know that 1 in 3 people are affected by fire in their lifetime? Or that 1 in 3 fire deaths happen in homes with no working smoke alarms? You may have just seconds to safely escape a fire in your home. That's why early detection of fire is absolutely vital. Only working smoke alarms provide those precious seconds you and your family need to safely escape. Install smoke alarms on every story and outside all sleeping areas of your home. For added protection, install a smoke alarm in every bedroom. Test smoke alarms monthly by pressing the test button. If the alarm doesn't sound, install a new battery. Replace alarm batteries at least once a year, and whenever the low battery warning chirps. And if the alarm still doesn't sound, replace the alarm with a new one. Smoke alarms have an expiry date. Remember to check the back of the smoke alarm for dates of manufacture. Replacement is within the time frame on the manufacturer's instructions. In most cases, 7 to 10 years. Always replace expired alarms. Remember, it's the law in Ontario to have working smoke alarms on every story of your home and outside all sleeping areas. Failure to comply with the Ontario Fire Code requirements could result in a fine or even jail time. So protect yourself and your loved ones by ensuring that all your smoke alarms are functional and up to code. For more fire safety information, please visit www.saultmarie.ca/firesafe.
Canada United is a movement to show local businesses some love. Right now, they could use our support more than ever. So we're asking Canadians to buy local and spread the word. And every time you watch our videos or like our posts, we'll contribute 5 cents to small business relief, starting with this video. So keep watching and tell your friends, because buying local can make a big impact. And small actions can too. Canada United. Together we can make a difference.
Good morning and welcome back on your Monday morning, just after 8:26, and welcome back to First Local. Thank you to KC Security for sponsoring the show, Wireless Com for sponsoring the camera, and also Festival of Trees for sponsoring as well for the couple of weeks. And we do have another good morning to Marilyn. So good morning, Marilyn.
Good morning,
Thank you very much.
Good morning.
And Dan Gray, our reporter, journalist, has been watching the whole show. When do you sleep? Jeez, he was out all weekend.
Yes, he
was. He's just going. Good job, Dan. So let's look at the 7-day forecast now. Yes, we are going to see temperatures warm up by Thursday and Friday. Once again, we'll melt away a little bit of the snow here. Not sure how long this is all going to stay on the ground, but we do got to get through Wednesday, which might be some sleet there. Then we will see the overcast for a couple days before the sun returns, and then the snow is back by Monday and back down to 0. And the overnight lows as well are going to stay around freezing, and then they'll dip below freezing as we get into the work week next week. So let's look at our weather watcher photo. This is another one from, Ineki in the Netherlands, from Almere in the Netherlands. Hopefully I'm saying it right, Almere, I'm not sure. Thank you again, Ineki. She sends in so many photos, and they're beautiful.
Awesome.
And one of our regular viewers. And if you want to send in a weather photo or video, send it to ontvweather@gmail.com. and include your name and location, and it will go up onto the site and on the show.
Yes, she's a future Sault College student, actually.
Oh, that's
why she
awesome.
watches. So.
Well, there we go.
I was wondering. Okay, great, good. Well, can't wait to meet you.
Yes.
Yeah, because a while ago she was messaging back and forth because she was trying to see if she could come to Sault College and everything this year, but they pushed it.
Wow.
Because at the time they weren't giving the educational.
Well, I look forward to meeting her eventually.
Cool.
So,
what else you got?
Holiday photo contest. If you want to win tickets to Habitat's Big Draw or their 5th annual Builders Bash, submit your holiday photos to us. And today's comes from Debbie Charmant. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And here you
that's
go.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Ooh,
so
look
this
at
is
that
from her living room. So thank you very much for submitting that. And obviously she is in the draw to win the tickets. If you would like to win one of these tickets, the big ticket draw is one for a $5,000 gift certificate for Sault Mill Build Hall. And then the 5th Annual Builders Bash is an online thing, but you can win a taco and margarita kit there as well. Just send it to ontvcontests@gmail.com. That's ontvcontests@gmail.com. Even if we don't get your photo up on the air, you're still entered into the draw to win. But we're going to be doing these photos all the way up to the 23rd of December, which will be the final morning show before the Christmas happens.
So I am wearing this hat, and I do wear it pretty much every day, but just wanted to pay tribute to Jim McCauley. We're remembering him today as he passed away. It's kind of very sad story. McCauley was one of the figures who brought the Sault Greyhounds hockey team into the OHL. He's acting for several years as the team's president as well. Jim McCauley had his same seats at the game all the time, 4 rows up center. He will be sadly missed. Jim also received several awards, and as well as a Chamber of Commerce President's Award, and he will be very missed. We hope that you have a very great Monday. Join us at 1 o'clock with the Premier.
Take care, everybody.
Have a good morning.